Hello, everyone. I'm the okayest bassist, and this is my Lignum Art custom number two. I call her Albedo from Overlord the Anime. So, unboxing's already happened. This is the review. The unboxing happened months and months ago. I've tried to switch things up where my reviews are done at the point that I've had the instrument for a good portion of time where the new has faded away. That way, I am giving a review on the instrument itself, not how new and shiny and amazing it is to me in that original time frame where everything's awesome and things are overlooked if there's an issue. So into the review on this, we do our 4Ps: playability, parts, practicality, and purchasability. Starting it out with playability, I do love this bass. I was integral in designing it. It is playability 4 out of 5. Why is that? In all of the designing, I went for aesthetics. I went for what I thought would look the coolest. And in doing so, I didn't take into account physics. Most instruments, headed instruments particularly, are known for having neck dive, especially in the event that there are heavy tuners, a large headstock, long scale length. Albedo is a multi-scale instrument from 36 to 33. However, I didn't think about the fact that we were going headless and going single cut. I figured, cool, mass here, leg there, that'll balance really well. Unlike most other instruments, she got some weight in the back. She's thick. Um, yeah, there is a lot of weight to this body and not much in the neck, and there's no headstock. So, um, very much a body heavy instrument, playing more of a classic style works pretty nicely, except then I feel like I'm reaching a lot further, so I do find it comfortable playing here. And with an arm on the back of the body, you do feel yourself having to kind of leverage the body forward or kind of just keep it pulled down a little bit. It's a lot easier to keep an instrument down with your thumb than it is the ones with neck dive where you're trying to play while lifting the instrument. But playability, unfortunately, do have to dock a point because of my bad designing. She looks amazing, but physics wise, had to dock a point, 4 out of 5. Parts, 5 out of 5. String holders, the nut, all of this stuff. You can see the video. I will link it in the description if I remember. To the creation of this, Lignum has yet to release the video at this time. They don't do releases very often, but as soon as I get that video scene released, I'll link it to this video. But all of these parts are awesome. These are a far better tuning bridge than what was put on Eins. So this was a good improvement. I believe these to be basically the same thing as what is on the Hills bass, as well as the Quartz Bass 5. I believe there are the same parts. Of course, these come in gold because that was the aesthetic for which I was going on this. And then, of course, the Delano X Tender pickup, which has that awesome little thumb rest built in. It's one of the neatest, simple features I've seen. Parts, 5 out of 5. There is nothing on this that I would have changed or upgraded if given the option. Everything on it's amazing. Practicality, I've got a dock a point, 4 out of 5. This is a heavy instrument compared to things like an EHB, which is somewhat the basis of the instrument. There is a lot of weight to hang from you in this body. So when you have this on a strap, you will feel it more so than you would a lot of the highly ergonomic instruments that I have. If I had to go play for longer than what I do at church, which is like we have practice for maybe 30, 40 minutes, then we play for 20 minutes, we're done for a while, and we play for another 15, 20 minutes. If this was more than an hour or two worth of weight on me versus something like the Strandberg, I would have to lean more toward the Strandberg because there's just a lot of weight in this instrument. She's beautiful, way more pretty than the Strandberg, but there's a lot of weight. So practicality, 4 out of 5. The aesthetic may or may not be a thing people like. The other guy who plays bass at my church, he absolutely thinks that this is hideous. He just has bad taste, and I have to forgive him for that. But um, either way, the aesthetics of it may or may not be everyone's cup of tea, but who cares? It's not like it's gonna, if you took this to a recital of some sort, you might get some funny looks, but I don't think it's gonna be like the Dingwall where they may or may not try to tell you no, go get something that looks like a bass that's normal. But due to the weight, that is a limiting factor on my opinion. So 4 out of 5. Purchasability, it's really hard to give this a rating. It's just like it was with Eins or any of the other customs that I've gotten. It's either a 1 out of 5 or a 5 out of 5. Depends on how you want to look at it. 5 out of 5 because you could absolutely buy one of these. You could reach out to Lignum Art, speak to Gustav, and say, "Hey, so I saw that Travis, the okayest bassist, had this thing, and I want one just like it." Guarantee you he'll make one for you just like it. It's not going to be cheap. It's not going to be fast, but he still has, I know, all the design. So he could make it for you without any trouble. However, you could also consider that as a 1 because you're not going to a store or any other place beyond Lignum to order this. So this is the only one like it in existence. Another one could be made by the same person, but take it how you want. It could be a 1 because there's only one, or it could be a 5 because it could be recreated, and you could even change the specs a little more to what you want. So take that for what you will. So that takes the score to either 14 or 18 out of 20. She's not perfect, but I love her perfectly. So there is that. The weight is the negative factor on here. If I had known it was going to weigh quite this much, I would have asked to have had the body chambered so that there was less weight, especially all the way in the back. But you know what? I'm fat. My wife puts up with me, so and I'm a delight, just like this bass is a delight. So take that for what you will. As always, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a day as awesome as you are.